The next Star Wars movie will be historic and a first for the franchise. After 40 years, the Skywalker saga will get a new look, is one of the headlines being generously circulated in the press right now. After almost 5 years, the Star Wars saga is finally returning to the big screen. Lucas movie in development, there are several promising movies, but there is one that will be a historic shift for the franchise. An untitled Star Wars sequel starring Daisy Ridley in the title role. Ridley will reprise her role as Rey this time around in the sequel, set some 15 years after her last appearance in Star Wars: The Rise of Skywalker, continues to inform you and I about the quote-unquote exciting future of the saga. And what's being stressed right now is that Star Wars has finally got the right vector, because we have a story about a female protagonist being directed by the first female director of color and overseen by a female Lucas movie boss. Except why don't most Star Wars fans share such enthusiasm? Hello everyone, you're here with More with Stars, and here we go. So, we've already told you that Disney and Lucasfilm have decided to continue Rey's story in a new, as yet untitled movie, which is tentatively scheduled for 2026. When we next see Rey, she'll be a full-fledged Jedi Master, essentially becoming something of an analog or even a replacement for Luke Skywalker and taking over everything Star Wars has to do with the Force. But what's truly ecstatic for Disney right now is that a future movie could finally change the entire vector of the galaxy far, far away. Here's what the House of Mouse is saying about it. Rey Studios' Lucasfilm will be directed by Oscar winner Sharmeen obaid-chinoy. She's the first woman and first person of color to direct a Star Wars movie, and it's a responsibility she doesn't take lightly. Speaking to CNN on New Year's Eve, obaid-chinoy admitted that she feels excited about the project and about the possibilities for other female directors. "I feel like what we're about to create is something special," says the director. "We are now in the year 2024, and it's time for a woman to step forward to shape history in a galaxy far, far away." Obaid-chinoy's comments touched on the very essence of one of the biggest blind spots in Lucasfilm. No Star Wars movie has ever been directed by a female director, even though women have helped shape the saga from the beginning, according to the article. Still, it took a while for that same inclusive momentum to reach the director's chair. The franchise has had great success on the small screen, but making a Star Wars movie with women has proven more difficult. However, that seems to be true across the board. End quote. Well, Disney is of course thrilled. But as we said, for some reason this joy is not shared by the majority of viewers. Why not? Well, first of all, because Miss Obaid-chinoy, who has now been entrusted with making perhaps the most important film for the future of Star Wars, has absolutely no experience in making this kind of movie. Yes, she is a talented filmmaker to a certain extent, but a documentary filmmaker, because her career has been mostly documentaries about the hard life of women in her native Pakistan. And this, by the way, is another point that worries future viewers, that Obaid-chinoy, as she herself says, is a fierce activist, and it is unlikely that the future of cinema will not feel it on itself. And many people are surprised by the message of the lady director that finally they will make a real Star Wars movie with female power and everything, where women will be given a worthy place for the first time. The same Ahsoka Tano and a number of other Star Wars projects of recent years are also quite emphasized on female characters. Well, if this equality is what the creators of Star Wars want to achieve, it is rather an imbalance, but in a different direction. With this approach, the new Star Wars will surprise you, and not the fact that pleasantly. And what do you think? Write your comments. Be sure to subscribe to our channel and click on the bell to stay in touch, and also put your thumbs up. Thank you all for watching. See you soon.